So we're going to do some smoked salmon, and I've got some Chinook salmon from the west coast of Vancouver Island. So we're going to go with the Chinook. Got about 22 fillets this size right here. It's about 22 of those, about 8-10 pounds. So my brine mixture, which is right here, is 2 cups of kosher salt, pickling salt, and 1 kilogram bag of demerara brown sugar. And just mix it together. I threw a couple bay leaves in there. And there's some cup pieces there cut up. Just gonna cut up another one right here. So pieces this size are usually pretty good. Just depends on what you want to give away or eat, but something like that, that'll be fine just the way it is. So what I'm gonna do over here, I'm not even gonna rinse it. It's just no point. I'm gonna throw just a little bit of mix here just on the bottom, just to set the fish in. And from here, we're gonna just throw some pieces in like this. Nothing fancy, just this is all gonna melt down, and then once it melts, it'll be a big liquidy brine. So you wanna get as much as you can in there. And then just stuff it. You want to fill it right up there. You want everything to get in there. So now you just take a couple scoops. Make sure this is nice and mixed up. Get your salt and sugar mix. All right, some salt on there. Okay. Once that's done, it's going to be, you can't go wrong. You just basically want to get at least a coating on the fish. It doesn't have to be buried in it. You're not burying this, you're just coating it. Like I said, it's going to melt. The salt, you want the salt to touch the meat because that's what pulls the moisture out. When you do that, you can just get another layer, and you could actually just leave it upright like this for now. A couple small pieces I cut up, just like that. A big piece right there. I'm going to throw a little bit more fish in there, so I can cut up another couple of quick pieces. Okay, I'm just going to cut out this piece. It's pretty big, so I'm not going to smoke that whole thing, but I will smoke that. And we have some nice jerky pieces, something like, actually I think I'm going to go like this on this one. Those are nice pieces of fillet. Just like that, just to fill this space up for now. Just like that. A little bit more mix on top, of course. Okay, just keep. But you got to make sure you keep your, if you run out and you need to make another one, I would definitely recommend doing the 1 kilogram bag again and the full 2 cups of sugar. And then just use what you need from that. It's quite cheap to use it all. Anyways. Okay, just gonna keep adding. So this here is just when I was filleting the fish, I came across this piece. I didn't want to throw it away. So that is gonna be the old salmon, smoked salmon jerky there. So like I said, just keep mixing this up every once in a while. Keep it all an even amount. I put a couple pieces upside down so it's like meat to meat. When you get near the top here, that's how I do it. So like that, there we go. There we go. This will be like a big bath of liquid when you're done in here. Once this is done, it sits overnight in the fridge. I mean, I usually put it in, it's just about 7 p.m. now. I'll take this out about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. So, you know, a few hours anyways. You can do it for 6 or 8 hours, but, you know, you just want this thing to melt and just be sitting in the brine. Definitely that's where you're going to get your flavor. And then what I do, and I'll make another video when it gets to putting it in the smoker tomorrow. I'll start a second video. And I'll do it for about 140 degrees. For about, after 3 hours, I check it. I usually take pull a couple pieces out after 3 hours, but anywhere from 3 to 6 hours, depends on the thickness. And I only use apple. It seems that it's not so strong of a taste. So I'm just going to cut a few more pieces up. I'm going to fill this tub up. Okay. This will be my last piece. We got lots of brine here. Let's just bury all this now. Like I say, I would say this is, yeah, 10 pounds. I don't know, I'm not a good judger on that, so maybe more, maybe less. We're definitely going to bury this. So, like I say, if some pieces have more than others, it's really actually not bad, because what's going to happen is this is just going to melt. Everything underneath is just going to saturate in there, and I'll check it. Maybe early in the morning, I'll probably give it a stir, and then maybe leave it for another hour or two, but completely buried right now. And it doesn't have to be. I just got lucky this time and had enough. So there it is. So there it is. About 10 pounds. It could be 12 pounds. It could be 8 pounds, but you get what's going on here anyways. So I'll just push it down a little bit, make sure that's sitting comfortable. So like I say, 2 pounds, 1 kilogram of Demerara brown sugar, and 2 cups of kosher salt for pickling. And I threw a couple bay leaves in there, and I just kind of crunched them all up. And I'm going to leave this until 12 hours, 10 hours, really even overnight. Even if it was 6 hours, I'm sure it would be enough there. You definitely need the salt to make it cure, so it's not, so it doesn't go bad before you eat it. Anyways, for now, we're gonna put this in the fridge. We're gonna put a lid on it, and leave it till the morning, and I'll show you what it looks like in the morning. Hopefully, it'll probably be in a second video, but we'll see how it looks in the morning, and I'll do another video for the smoke part.